guy's over here mixing on top of the music.
I was feeling some DJ Khaled.
Yeah, you were, man. Another one. Pay me. Dude, thank you. Welcome to, that was like the most abrupt of all time. Welcome to Inside BJJ. Man, it's good to see you guys again. How you doing, Andrew? How you doing, Omar?
Great. Fine. How are you?
I'm doing pretty fantastic, man. Having a pretty good week. We have a good show lined up. We have Kamoy. What's Kamoy's last name? Anderson. Kamoy Anderson and Samson Phommabout. Mm-hmm. Kamoy, you might recognize him is rated R. I think he's rated R10P on Instagram. Mm-hmm. He's pretty out there. He competes a lot. He's got a lot of content out there. He's pretty funny. And then Samson Phommabout.
He's on my team.
In PGF Season 6. And he's also in the ADCC's West Coast Trials this weekend. Ooh. And I don't know if he's participating in the Open tournament today, but he's there right now. Nice. So we're going to chat with him in a little bit. So, yeah, nice. It should be cool. Looking forward to seeing, talking to him. I met Samson a long time ago through my nephew before I really bumped back into him again.
Oh, I didn't know you met him.
Yeah, Small World of Jiu-Jitsu. Oh. Yeah, Small World Jiu-Jitsu. So, dude, a couple things. One, ADCC West Coast Trials. Our very own Sam Phommabout Davis. This guy has more names than anybody ever met, by the way.
There's like 10 of them.
He's got a bunch of names, but he's competing in the 66 kilo division, which is stacked. There's like 1,000 people. I don't know. It's not that many, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to kind of seeing how he does. Originally, him and Tyler were supposed to go out to do it together. And then Tyler got hurt, comp practice one day, like right at the end of practice, like it always happens. It's like right at the end of practice. I think we were maybe doing the last drill on a Sunday, and he jacked his knee up. Yeah. And then that was it. Sprained MCL, I believe. So that set him out. But I'm looking forward to seeing Sam out there. We did a lot of extra training for this. We did a lot of digging deep into the rules and different strategies and tactics for preparing based on the rule set. And I would say somewhere around the third week of the training, like we took a turn for the worse. No, we did. Carl became a tyrant. Yeah. Lord of the Flies. No, we took a turn in a real positive way. We started making really good traction with the drills and the techniques we were doing. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he does out there. And the trials are like, they're pretty much almost like ADCC in that they're in Las Vegas. Right? Yeah. It's a bunch of people. The talent level at the West Coast Trials is really big. And there's a lot of guys like, might be their last chance to make the cut. They don't make the cut this time. They're not making the cut. Yeah. So you're going to see a lot of dudes getting after it. There's a lot of big names. I think there's like 1,000 competitors.
Really?
That's
a lot.
That's a ton.
All together?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
For the trials. Yeah.
Bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a big deal. There's a lot of prestige to it. A lot of guys want to win. It's hard to win. Yeah. It's really hard to win because the way the rules are, technically, I would be interested in seeing how many people win in before points. How many people actually get a submission before points? Yeah. I know it does happen. But because there's like multiple modes in a match, it feels like there's more than one way you could really lose. And a lot of competitions, like the rule set is the same within the time frame of the match. It doesn't change. Yeah. So there's kind of like a couple gotchas, and you just got to look out for those. But when there's that flip over, now you got to be looking out for something else. Right. And you were in a mode for like 3 or 4 minutes, let's say, and now you got to flip that switch.
So out of 1,000 guys, let's say 500 matches for easy math, how many of those do you think end with not points? As a guess.
I don't know. I would say probably you get a 35% sub rate, 30%, somewhere around there.
Wow. A third of it?
Probably. These guys are good. Yeah. Maybe more at the trials than ADCC in that there's a lot of people that go to the trials that are like, I'm going to do the trials. This is a lifelong goal of mine, and I'm going to fucking go do it. And so they go do it. There was a lot of people that would go to Worlds that way. Just be like, I'm going to do Worlds. It's my vision quest. I'm going to enter the tournament and see what's up. Lose the first round. You know, get stacked up against Cobrinha. You're like, your first match, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Some guy gets the best guy in the world. You know what I mean? It's his first match. You see that if you watch like some of Gordon's matches, you'll see some guys get stacked up against him that are just like, and he's just kind of funning with them.
Yeah.
This isn't what I wanted.
I'm just like slapping him in the belly or something, you know. But yeah, the trials are a big deal, man. So I'm stoked for it. I think it's a great thing for jiu-jitsu. I enjoy watching ADCC. I think, you know, Mo Jassim has put a lot of money into it, and he's elevated ADCC to a level that it just wasn't there before, like where it's at now. So,
I mean, has ADCC? I come from the outside looking in. Like, has ADCC always seemed to me? It's always seemed to me like it was like the Olympics of like no-gi grappling,
kind of,
you know, like. And then so, I mean, it's always seemed pretty prestigious to me. But you think it's on another level now?
Well, I think that. Okay, so I think ADCC always had the market as the preeminent no-gi tournament.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think my camera's getting crappy, huh? It's like chopping out. I'm going to turn Wi-Fi off on this dude, the monitor. There we go. Okay, so it was always kind of like the preeminent no-gi tournament, but mostly because it was the only big no-gi tournament. There was kind of like nothing else in the game that was out there for it. And because it was no-gi, you had a lot of guys come that were mostly wrestlers. So it was kind of like when you have 10-round Tuesday and you haven't had it in 6 months, and you get all these motherfuckers showing up who never used to come. Like, they won't come to any classes, but they'll show up to fucking 10-round Tuesday,
Which
right?
pisses me off, by the way.
Think about if you do 10-round Tuesday once in a while, not even all the time, like every 5 or 6 months you bust it out. Everyone fucking comes.
Yeah.
Everyone comes. That's how ADCC was. All the no-gi guys that loved no-gi in the 90s and the early 2000s, they all were going to that shit. So the level was all over the place. You know what I mean? Like, you still saw some historic runs. You saw some really great jiu-jitsu at the same time. Some great runs, right? But there was a lot of variation in the competitors and the styles. And now it feels more like the top guys are kind of doing the similar, same-ish kind of stuff.
I see.
It's kind of become a thing in and of itself. And I would say that it was always considered a big deal because it wasn't every year. It was every couple years.
Right.
And it was the only like big no-gi thing. No-gi Worlds was never that big of a deal. It was almost like what the gi guys did for a goof. You know, like, we'll do no-gi Worlds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's maybe more popular now than what it used to be just because no-gi's so popular. But yeah, back in the day though, I was looking at ADCC's website and I wanted to talk about this, dude. There's been some guys that have had some historic ADCC runs. Like the other night I was watching Flow Grappling had a thing with Gordon Ryan. It was his 2019 ADCC run. And it was dope. Like, he did freaking great. Whooped everybody. He beat Buchecha. You know, and that's where they set up the big, hey, at next ADCC, it's going to be Gordon versus Andre, the super fight that we all just watched, right?
Yeah.
We're like, that's amazing. But if you look at some of the other dudes that had runs, right? So they have an ADCC Hall of Fame. They inducted a bunch of people, I think, in 2019 or 2022, sorry. But check these dudes out, man. ADCC Hall of Fame, man. Some historic runs, Rafa Mendez. Like, some of these, he has not competed in so long that some of these guys doing jiu-jitsu now, they don't know who Rafa Mendez is.
Yeah.
You know, they just know that he's like a coach at Art of Jiu-Jitsu, and they mostly know who Guy is more than Rafa, right? Rafa, his 2009 run, he subbed everyone leading up to the finals, and he beat, at the time, Cobrinha was like the legend. Nobody could fucking finish him like that, and he beat Cobrinha in the finals. Became like, it was like, holy shit, who's this guy? If you go back and watch Rafa Mendez's 2009 ADCC run, it's epic, and some of the shit he was doing then, same stuff they're trying to do now, which is way ahead of the game.
They have his old stuff on Flow, or
it might be on Flow. You might be able to find it on YouTube, like from 09.
Yeah.
You might be able to go back that far. Might even be on the UFC. Fight Pass has some of the old ADCC
Yeah,
stuff.
and you'd definitely be able to see some Hoffa like highlights on YouTube too as well. And I'm sure those would be in there, that 2009 run.
Who else? Marcelo.
Yeah.
4-time ADCC champion.
That's
4
crazy.
fucking times, man. 4 times. What? He won the division 4 times. He had a submission rate of 70%.
damn,
That's wild, dude. Like, and he's the dude that really, I think, everyone jumped on, like butterfly, single X. That was all like Marcelo was doing that shit. Arm drags to the back, choking motherfuckers out.
Yeah.
Using like a straight jacket system, like hand fighting a certain way.
I mean, I do arm drag to the back anytime I'm trying to attack the back from either butterfly or just seated guard or whatever. And it's all because of like the free flow grappling Marcelo stuff.
Yeah,
it all
awesome.
directly comes from Marcelo.
Who are the other runs? The other run I was looking at is Hodger Gracie.
Hodger, yep.
He's the only, check this out, only person in ADCC history to double gold, that's absolute, in your division with 100% submission rate. He submitted
Still?
every freaking, only person, yeah.
Wow, good for you, Hodger. I don't know him, but
Isn't that wild?
sick.
that's sick, dude. 100%.
I didn't know
100%
that.
sub rate. Another name you might not, I mean, we remember these people, Kira Gracie. Okay, Kira, 3-time ADCC champion, never lost a match in her division. That's how dominant she was. Youngest female ADCC champion ever at 20 years old.
And that dominant.
That dominant.
Dude.
You're talking about people that were running the game before the people that are running the game right
I
now.
thought Kira was a savage before I knew about that.
Yeah. Here we go. Mark Kerr. 4-time ADCC champion.
Dude, I'm an idiot.
12-1 NCAA wrestling champion. And then here's a guy who's still competing, Barrett Yoshida.
Yeah.
Barrett Yoshida, okay. I didn't know he was still with it.
10 ADCC events he's competed in. 10. He's been in 10 ADCCs.
How many ADCCs have there been? 11?
Well, he's a 2-time silver medalist and a bronze medalist. But he's in the hall. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And look, the guy we're going to talk to, Samson Phommabout, he beat Barrett Yoshida recently.
Really?
I believe it was the Long Beach Open, the ADCC Opens that they did out in California not too long ago.
Yeah, I read that update.
Yeah, he beat him.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
If I beat Barrett Yoshida, I quit jiu-jitsu. I'm like, I'm done.
That'll be the first line of your Instagram bio.
Yeah. Put it on my resume.
Yeah.
Beat Barrett Yoshida.
Barrett
Mr. Freeman,
Yoshida
this
Slayer.
is Mr. Freeman, this is a programming job. We don't know who this is.
So, yeah, dude, there's been some freaking historic runs in ADCC. Like, pretty awesome.
I mean, if it wasn't for ADCC, Eddie wouldn't have.
I mean, would you really know Eddie?
Yeah.
Right? You might.
Probably
but-
only because of JRE.
And you're
kinda
talking
deal.
about a guy, he didn't even win ADCC, right?
No.
He just tapped Hoyler. But up to that point,
Yeah.
Hoyler was untouchable.
Yeah.
He was untouchable.
And that happened at ADCC.
As a brown belt, he tapped Hoyler. As a brown belt. In Brazil. When you watch that, the announcers are announcing in Portuguese, and they're stunned.
Yeah.
Hoyler stunned. It's almost like they're gonna cry and they're gonna like have mourners come in and like put black and put sackcloth on and like cover their faces and weep.
Yeah.
That was how serious.
All
it
you
was.
need to know about that is that was so fucking good that Jean-Jacques, it was Jean-Jacques, right? That
Jean-Jacques.
gave Eddie his own black belt and said, here you go.
How could you not?
I mean, it's
He
amazing.
tapped a legend.
It's amazing.
A legend. That right there was like the first shot in the divide between gi and no gi.
Yeah.
It was like, oh shit, this is about to get real. Because what happened shortly thereafter? Eddie has like 100 fucking students in his academy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's packed. It starts growing, and then the hate comes.
Right.
He's fake. He's phony. He's making up moves. He's stealing moves. And the more they bitch and moan, the bigger it gets.
Yeah. I hate 10th
Streisand effect.
I hate 10th Planet.
No, I do. I hate 10th Planet.
Yeah, of course you do,
It's
right?
stupid.
Yeah. The hate, it grows and grows. You're like a mole. You're like an undercover guy.
Yeah.
So the more they try to...
I'm the guy that's feeding the death squad all the 10p moves so they can rename them.
Yeah, there you go.
Like the Scorpion lock instead of lockdown.
The Scorpion. The reverse Scorpion and the Scorpion. Yeah, so, like, it's pretty historical what's happened from ADCC.
Yeah.
I think that's why it has so much prestige. That's why dudes want their name to be on the list with all those guys. And I can't blame them. And I think in America, if you think about it, it makes perfect sense that no-gi grappling is completely growing. I don't know what the rate is, but I would bet it's quite a bit faster than gi jiu-jitsu.
I think it's outpacing that by.
You want to know why?
Because it's more fun.
Almost every damn high school in America has 30 fucking kids that are wrestling.
Yeah.
And they're wrestling and they're wrestling and they're wrestling. And ADCC style, what is that? What is that called? It's called submission wrestling.
Yeah.
Right? It lends itself really nicely to it. No-gi jiu-jitsu is easier to adapt. It makes sense. The crowd is already kind of like there for it. It's primed. It's more attainable. Yeah, it's primed. So I think that's why we see it. I don't think the gi is going to go away because people like martial arts.
Yeah.
And the gi is like martial arts, dude.
Yeah.
Martial arts, got my belt, respect the belt, bro. Rank up, stand in your place, bow, ask permission. You can't get off the mat unless you ask. Like, all that shit. Yeah. That's class. That's not practice. That's class. You're going to class, right? But no-gi is like practice.
Yeah.
So you're going to practice. That's how I look at it.
It was a huge difference. I mean, even in our world of, you could probably no shade thrown at anybody, but huge difference in my experience. People saying they prefer to be called professor versus coach.
Yeah. No shit, right? I agree with you. I mean, that's just. Yeah, that's a gi thing. Yeah, for sure. And look, I have my black belt in the gi. I'm not hating on the gi. I like the gi.
I like the gi as well.
But I'm just saying, like, it's a little different, and there's some peculiarities and formalities about it that are different than no.
I wouldn't know. I've never put. I put on a gi once.
Yeah,
it was for a free class, and that was already after I had already.
Did you put on the loner?
There's
sick.
There's a lot of people who don't want to wear a gi. They just don't want to do it, dude.
That one time that I had it, I didn't really enjoy it. I found it to be real cumbersome and just annoying. And then I would just I remember just grabbing onto lapels and just holding on for like dear life, and always thinking the whole time that I was doing it, like, why am I doing this?
I think it's
the old white belt hug.
Yeah,
I think, and I'm not saying it's right or that it's supposed to be this way, but I just think it's this way. I think the gi and the martial arts feel is a little more self-defense oriented in people's brains. And no gi is a little more sports oriented.
Yeah.
And it feels like you're not doing martial arts. It feels like you're doing a new sport.
Yeah.
Right? So when you put the jacket on, like, it is, in a way, it is kind of self-defense because you're learning how to fight basically in the same things that you kind of do your day-to-day activities in. And I know people go like, oh man, people don't wear gauge in the street and people don't, blah, blah, blah. But people wear clothes in general.
If you're wearing a jacket,
And gi class is not meant to get you ready for the cage. Like, we know that. We've already proved that. Everyone fucking knows that. It's not a secret. It's not anything that's not known. The best gi guys, when they're going to fight, they take the gis off and they train without the gi. Why? Because they're going to go do something specific, right? And when they're going to do a gi tournament, they put the gis on. But if you're just talking about general everyday life, walking out on the streets, like, knowing how to use the material is a huge advantage. It's huge. Now, people go like, but what if they don't have it? Well, if they don't have it, your no-gi training should suffice. But if they do have it, why wouldn't you use it?
Yeah.
I mean, whether you have clothes on or not, like, a triangle is a triangle, or an armbar is an armbar. Like.
Yes, I do agree.
It's just more tools available.
Yeah. I agree. So anyway, good stuff. ADCC is a pretty cool thing. I'm glad that it's still banging, dude, and I'm glad they've got a large investment in it. I don't think it's going anywhere.
No, it's only growing.
No, and I think like Brandon McCaffrey's take is, and this is not just him. This is a lot of people in that space. Is like, ADCC is the Olympics. Like, that's prestigious. It's not even something that other places are trying to compete with because it's a different thing. Yeah. It's a different product. It's different. It's a whole different approach to the game. So, but there's there's a commercial side to it in that there's a lot of ADCC opens that are happening.
Yeah.
And if I was like, the IBJJF has got to be like, like, dang, these guys, if the ADCC open, I don't know if they do gi. Do you guys know if they do gi, a gi division?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Because if they do, the IBJJF is going to be like, damn, that's a real, I don't think it's going to hurt. I mean, there's enough people doing jiu-jitsu that we want to do all these tournaments.
IBJJF is also, I always thought it was the ADCC of the gi world.
I mean, it's like the hated evil empire. It's like how Starbucks used to be cool, but now everybody just likes Starbucks.
Oh, I see.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
You know what it is? This is how things work.
As far as I'm seeing right now, no.
No, okay.
But I'm looking up.
When shit's small and it's grassroots, it's fun.
Yeah.
And it could be a clusterfuck and people are like, yeah. And then they're like, it'd be cool if shit got, like organized. And then shit does get organized and shit does get better. And then people get upset because they go like, no, there's rules and there's policies and there's procedures in place.
Yeah.
And it's not like it used to be. I used to be able to do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
And it's like, well,
And you hear that about everything, right?
that's what happens when your favorite thing grows up and becomes a real professional thing.
Right. I mean, I heard it when I was in New York, when I lived in New York for a little while, and people used to get mad about, like, real, quote unquote, real New Yorkers would talk about Times Square, and they'd be like, yeah,
Sure.
Times Square used to be real, like, legit, and it was just like, I don't know, porn shops and like prostitutes and stuff.
so
and it's
great.
It's like, yeah, I guess. But like, I mean, now it's not great. It's like a commercial.
Yeah.
There's like a bubblegum shrimp there and stuff. But it's like, I don't know. I'd rather see something clean and safe than like prostitutes and like porn.
Isn't that the same thing they say about Broadway right now? They go,
That's what I heard,
Broadway
yeah.
back in the day, it was so great.
Yeah.
You could just pull your car right up to Big Al's and go right into the nudie joint and go in. And it was,
Right.
I don't think it was that great.
I think, well, you know what they say? Nostalgia is just
It's a real bitch, man.
Yeah. It's like, what did they say? Nostalgia is just, it's history after a few drinks.
Yeah. About, although Hector was out from Stockton last week. He was on the last podcast. And he wanted to go see Broadway. He's like, I want to go hear some live music. I think you put that seed in his head.
Yeah.
And he's like, can you guys take... So we're like, okay, we went out on Monday night after class. We're going to go down there. And we went to Robert's Western World.
That place is legit.
It's great. It's a real... That's a real old school bar that was there a long time ago.
It's like one of the last ones.
And it's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so we took him into a few spots. We wanted him to see the diversity of things on Broadway. We took him into Kid Rock's, and it was like the whole vibe was super different.
Way different.
And super fucking lame, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not a fan of the vibe that was there. It's like a nightclub or something, dude.
Yeah, it's like more commercial.
Oh, God, that's a grody feeling, dude. It was not... Robert's Western World was cool. That was fun. Yeah. That was a good time. Yeah.
He also popped into my bar, Doc Holiday's.
Oh, we went into Doc Holiday's too. Yeah. That was Saturday.
That was Saturday.
We swung by there, yeah. And I also took him to the back bar at Tootsie's.
Mm-hmm. Doc Holiday's on a Saturday's litty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
it is. A lot of fun.
So we did it was fun having him out. We had a good time. We did that. And then we went to one other spot. I can't remember where we went. Oh, we went to there's a place on the corner of like Broadway and
like Second, or
it's right across the street from the Apple store. It's the main fucking corner.
Yeah.
There's a honky tonk right there on the corner. I can't remember what it's called. We went in there at the end of the night and just
I know which one you're talking about.
That was actually place wasn't bad at all. It was kind of cool. I think that's one of the older honky tonks too.
That's what I like about Nashville.
Orchid Lounge.
Isn't that Tootsie's?
No, that's Tootsie's.
It's right next door to Tootsie's.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Tootsie's is dope too.
Tootsie's
Dude, there's a lot of cool bars here, even outside of Broadway. Like when you can find the cool little bars, like
Underdogs is cool. In East Nashville.
You invited me and the missus to Santa's one time. We had
cool.
we didn't even heard of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, this place is great.
Yeah. Yeah, Santa's was dope.
The Lost Patty. Or I'm sorry, the Wandering Patty, where we have our team lunches and stuff like that. That's a great bar.
Oh yeah, that's where we had the little holiday soiree.
That's a great bar.
It's a cool bar. I look, I know people from back here, they go like, we don't go to Broadway.
Yeah.
They treat it like the way people in Las Vegas treat the Strip.
Right.
Okay, we don't go there. But It's fun.
Let me tell you something.
Anytime
I have friends come to town, now I'm not a Nashville native, if that wasn't already established, but anytime I have friends come to town, they're like, what do you do around here? It's like, well, you haven't been, so let me take you to Broad the first time.
No kidding. Why? That's where they want to go.
Not? Yeah. If they already have heard of it at all, then that's what they want to see it at least once.
Yeah.
And guess what? All my friends that come back were like, hey, what do you feel like doing? It's like, well, we're going to hang out together for sure. One of these nights, every trip, one of these nights we should go down to Broad just to see the craziness, even if we're not participating. It's just something to do. It's fun. So these people are like, oh, we don't go to Broad. It's like, oh, I'm better than you. My shit doesn't stink.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You fuck yourself.
Nah.
It's fun.
It's fun.
And if you know where to go, like, I get if you're some drunk asshole or something, then you know a better bar where you're not going to pay, $12, $13 for a beer.
Sure.
If you don't want to pay that, I definitely get it. Go to Second.
Yeah.
It's not like Doc Holliday's. Beers are $5, $7.
Yeah.
They're fine. There's, like you said, tons of places around the city that are great.
Yeah.
That are not Broad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have that feeling. But Broad's fun.
Yeah. Broad is fun.
if you know where to go.
Well, just to watch.
And it could be divey and dicey, and there's weird.
But that's part of the fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. And there's a lot of people that are like on work. They're working. Most of the people in a Broadway bar, like 80% are there for a work thing, convention.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I always tell Stella, these motherfuckers bought cowboy boots.
Oh, yeah.
And cowboy hats on day 2. They came out day 1 in their little tech vest and their khaki chinos and their loafers, and they went to the Western bar and they felt out of place. And they went up to Boot Barn the next day.
Got some boots.
Bought some boots and some Levi's and a fucking cowboy hat.
10-gallon,
that they're never going to wear again, by the way.
Unless they come back to Nashville.
We should have a business where we just rent that shit out to people.
They would love it. We'd get a lot of money with the Nashlerettes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we would. I want to teach them bitches self-defense.
Yeah, they when I hear they could use it.
Oh, man, I got caught up in my cord here, guys.
Yeah, you're pulling on the roadcaster.
Can you take me out of the take me off the stage? I'm going to fix this.
All right. So, me and you were moving in together soon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was talking to Tim, but...
Were you?
Oh, no. I was talking to you.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Should be fun.
Me too.
Should be good if I ever see you.
Yeah, I'm not ever. I'm really not home. I'm excited for a reason to pay less money for somewhere that I'm never at. So
I'm excited to have my own place. So yeah,
it'll be yours. I'll just pop in occasionally.
Sorry, listeners, if that got boring while I was gone. Okay, let's get back to the show.
So I'm never home. How about you?
We're gonna have a bunch of. We're gonna have.
Do you like grilled cheese?
We're gonna have a bunch of sleepovers.
Yeah.
You want to eat cereal?
Well, we're gonna be making sick ass blanket forts, and you're gonna be out there.
Yeah, you're gonna be fucking wet with envy.
Can I come over, guys? Stella said I could spend the night.
I need a permission slip from your missus.
Stella says you could come over. Stella's not home this weekend.
Worry about Stella. Yeah, whenever this is what guys do who like are in relationships where the girl like basically controls the schedule.
Yeah.
If the girl's gone, the guy rides like a pimp for that weekend.
Yeah, he does.
He's like a gangster.
While
He's
the cat's away.
doing like acting like he's fucking calling shots and shit.
Right,
And then
right.
Sunday night he's like cleaning the house up. It's got to be tidy before the missus comes home. Speaking from experience.
Shit, I forgot to defrost the chicken.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what the trick is. Here's the game you play. This is what you do. Got to be smart.
Have a good relationship.
Have a good relationship. That's important.
That's the trick.
And here's some things that can help. Samson just jumped on. We'll add him in just a second. Here's what helps. Have the entryway spotless when they walk in.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing they see, clean. Everything's clean.
Yeah.
Everything's good. Everything's clean. Everything's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have it smell good. Okay. Then in the bathrooms in the kitchen, spray some bleach around. Just spray it so it smells clean.
It smells like
Mhm.
bleach.
It smells like bleach. It's real easy shit. You could spend 15 minutes doing it. They come in and they're like, oh, the house is so clean, honey. You did so good. No, you know what I'm saying?
He wouldn't have sprayed bleach if he didn't actually clean. That would be crazy.
Right, that'd be
He
nuts.
spent more time faking it
Yeah,
than he did if he would have just cleaned up the house.
You could have just fucking wiped the counters.
could have just did the job. No, Stella's like a goddamn auditor, dude.
Yeah.
She walks into that house and
Oh,
her
she checks
eyes
you.
will dart to anything that I fucked up or that's lost or that's out of place.
Yeah.
It's like, where's that at? What do you mean? That nickel I left over there 6 weeks ago by the side of the TV.
You're fucking what?
How come it's not there anymore? And you're like, here's 5 pennies. I want the fucking nickel.
Is this a test?
You give her a nickel. It's like, it was a 1967 nickel.
Yeah. Hey, Samson Phommabout just jumped on the side stage. Let's pull him in and see what's up. Hey, Samson, what's going on, man? How you doing, my friend?
Good, man. How you guys doing?
Hey,
What's up?
Hey, I'm doing well. I got Omar and Andrew with me. So, Samson, you're competing on PGF Season 6, and you're also doing ADCC West Coast Trials this weekend. Did you do the Open today?
No, I didn't. I was actually had some students over there competing. We just actually walked in the door. TJ Mitchell, one of our guys, just competed, and he just took 3rd place. So he did good. And then we had one of our other ones, Lauren. She just competed. She took 2nd. So they did good, man. I'm proud of those two.
How do you feel going into the West Coast Trials tomorrow? You're kind of coming off of a good run here, man. Tell me about how you're feeling.
Man, I feel great. Yeah, at first I thought I was gonna compete at a lower weight, but then I was like, nah, I think I'm done with cutting. Getting older. Trying to save the energy and feeling good. And not only that, I feel really good at 77. Just keeping that weight up higher. It's just more energy for me. It feels natural. I'm feeling good now. It's just like another open mat to me.
You recently did was it the Long Beach Open that you did?
Yep.
What weight did you do that at 77 as well?
I did that one at, what was it, like 55 something. So I believe the Opens have different weight classes.
Oh, I see.
And I did that one at like around the 55 point something like that.
You had a nice run at that tournament, right? I mean, you did pretty damn well.
Yeah, I did good. I took gold. I had some Barrett Yoshida in there, and I had I can't remember his name, but one of Boogie's black belt and all too. And I can't remember the other persons, but it was a tough already, stacked card or stacked bracket, but it was awesome.
How much does it do for your confidence going into the trials, knowing that you beat Barrett Yoshida, and people go like, oh, Barrett Yoshida, dude, he's an ADCC Hall of Famer. If I beat Barrett Yoshida, I was telling the guys earlier, I'm going to quit grappling. I'm not going to grapple anymore. I'm just going to coast on that. I'm just going to do online seminars or something.
Yeah. I mean, man, dude. When I got the first poll on Barrett, I was like, man, I got to face Barrett first time. I was like, I mean, that's awesome. But man, I knew we were gonna have a battle, and it was a battle. It was a back and forth, run, and then I happened to take him on the points, and I believe next time we go again, it's gonna be another battle, but I believe it's gonna be even more of a funner match to watch. He's a ADCC Hall of Famer, a big motivator to a lot of communities, and man, I love that guy. He's awesome too. So can't down him not anything, but he's one of the best in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. How does it feel going into the trials in Las Vegas, especially the West Coast trials? Does it feel a little more of like it's a little more spectacular than, say, the East Coast trials? The fact that it's in Vegas, it's almost like a mini ADCC. There's a bunch of people coming in to do it. How does that kind of affect you in the sense of your perception of the event?
Man, honestly, it doesn't really affect me. I've been doing this for about 14 years, 15, going on to 15. It's just like another competition to me. At first, you get all those nervous and everything, and all the high level best guys and all that. But once that's out of the way, it's just like this whole thing that it's like a community, and everybody. You just roll everybody, you train with them already, but you just pick it up another notch, and it gets serious. So going into the trials tomorrow, there's some heavy hitters up there, like Andy Varela, there's Kyle Chambers, there's there's plenty of other high level guys out there that are the best in the world, and I'm happy to compete at that level with those guys too. And not only that, I get to see some of those guys at PGF.
Yeah.
I
I
was
mean,
just about to say, it's
yeah.
interesting that so many of the PGF guys are apparently competing in ADCC, like possibly your teammates in 2 weeks.
Yep. Yeah,
That's
and like Mike Johns, Mike Johns, for example, I train with Mike Johns. He coaches me in, at 10th Planet Orange. I go there. I love that kid, man. He got a future for him, for in the grappling scene. And like we decided to take on PGF the last week, and we're just like, hey, let's just go do it. And so yeah, and then all of a sudden you see Mike John winning this thing, and then I'm getting the invite. So yeah, like you say, it's just like teammates competing against each other, and that's what the PGF is like. It's like it brings a camaraderie, and it doesn't matter if you're teammates, doesn't matter if you're from another gym, doesn't matter where you're from. You coming together to show this sport that it's a different vibe, and we're here to be together and show you guys a performance.
Yeah, definitely. We were just talking about that a few minutes ago, how ADCC is really a different beast than, say, something like the PGF. Those are two completely different formats, two different things that accomplish like two radically different goals. But if you're competing in ADCC this weekend and you're also doing PGF, and you're not the only guy doing this, there's a lot of guys that are doing this, right? How much does your performance this weekend impact your mindset going into PGF?
Man, I just see it as another, warm up, getting ready. 77 kilograms is like, I mean, the last one was actually my first time at the 77 bracket, and then just trying to get used to at that bracket, and then so going into this 77 kilos, against some of the best in the world, it's definitely going to be another warm up for me, and going into the PGF is going to be another, another day of good times. So I'm excited to compete on there, and it's just one. I'm happy to get the invite from Brandon.
Yeah, man. And you've competed in previous seasons of PGF?
Yeah, I did season 4, and same thing. I just I called Brandon up, and I was like, "Yo, Brandon, he had the 100-man rolls and everything that he was doing." Then I was like, "Yo, Brandon, I think I need to come down there." And so I came down there to help him film that and all that. And then they told me about the PGF, and then they're like, "Yeah, the PGF is on Monday." I was like, and that was like 2 days later. I was like, "Oh man, I might as well come try it." And that's when we came down to see you, and we stayed over there.
Oh yeah.
And so we came rolled, and I just decided to try that out, and I did it, and I was like, man, this right here is going to change the game, and I'm excited to be a part of it, and I'm now look how far it's came. It's going to change the world.
Yeah, I definitely, when Brandon came through the first time like that, I just wasn't clued in as to exactly what he was doing. I knew he was doing something because he had talked about it off and on, but I didn't quite understand the format and exactly how it worked. It took me about 5 minutes to like really look at it. And then once I found out that chokes were worth more than the other submissions, I was hooked.
Yeah.
I was like, I like this. This is cool. I like that it has that slant and that bend on it. As a spectator, that's a lot funner to watch.
Yeah.
You're watching.
And then they got that fantasy league that they put on too. These guys could play at home. If you're not into jiu-jitsu, you're into gambling. You could bet on these athletes with the fantasy that they have going on. And most people that don't know jiu-jitsu, they enjoy that more than just what's going on. So they just like, oh, this person's there, okay, I'm gonna choose him. And then it's like, man, that fantasy league brings it makes a big difference.
Speaking of which, we had our mock draft last week, and I on purpose was able to get you on my team, so I'm pretty stoked about that.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. And then doing the finales for season 4 was, man, it was a quintet style too. Hold on. Sorry. Let me just put my
Yeah. Hey, can you check the test studio and see if Kamoy's in there? Sure. I think he might be in there.
Sure.
Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, for the season 4, I made it to the finales, and like you said, I didn't even know that. I didn't even understand much of the points at that time, and even when I was competing. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, well you're already in the top 8." I was like, "You want to go again?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want to go again." So I'm like, "I think I need to stay on top," And so I ended up taking the 3rd place in the 4-day finale, and then made it to the top 8 to the next round. And then I was like, okay, that's how it goes. You gotta either get a break, a choke, or a choke in under 1 minute for extra points, and that's what's cool about this whole league. You could be the best of the best in the world, but if you don't get the submission and you don't get no points, you could still be out at the end of the week.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Like stylistically, if you can't submit dudes, you're gonna have a long, hard week at the PGF.
Yep, and that's what's so awesome about it, And I was just me and Mike was just going over that rule set, and then we're just talking about, man, it doesn't matter who you go against, just get the submission, just get some points on there, and man, you're gonna make it to the next round, and that's like one of the biggest things to do for the PGF.
How does it feel for you to be like part of something so new? You're basically like the first teams in the NFL when it first started, like kind of setting the way. How does it feel to be part of something like that?
Man, it's awesome, dude. I'm always very, blessed about, putting in all the hard work and being part of something that's always going to change the world. Like I was like I'm very happy that Brandon gave me the invite, and now I'm here, and especially being at the past season, and then seeing that it's just like boom, just skyrocketed like a stock exchange, and just like how I was on the EBI first show, I was Eddie Bravo's combat jiu-jitsu, and I was excited to be on this for his first combat jiu-jitsu.
That's right.
And it's just the same thing. It's like anything that changes the world, man. That's a big deal for me, and that's what I want to do. Is just let people know that just work hard, do your thing, become great, and you could change the world and make history with anybody.
Nice. Is there like a coach that you think you would resonate with the best out of the coaches?
Yeah, man. I've actually trained at Otto's with Andre Gaval, down there, and I have their style a lot, a very similar style from them a lot. Just because I've been training out there, but also I've been training with Boogie. I trained at Boogie's for like about a year, about a few years back. And then I do, of course, still train with some of the 10th Planet guys, with all the 10th Planet guys, actually. And so, man, either Eddie Bravos or Andre Gaval's, and that's just what I love.
Samson will be the only guy. He'll be like, "Fuck, I don't want to be on Hodger's team." Like, who is this guy?
Hodges? Oh, yeah. No, I don't want
to be on an Englishman's team.
The game. No, it really doesn't matter who chooses me, but I'm just happy to be on. And every single one coach are legendaries, and those guys made our sports one of the best in the game.
When you were on season 4, how did they do the draft? Did they auction, or was it just a regular draft?
No, they actually didn't even have a draft during that time, because it was just a quintet.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so it was just like a 5-on-5 or 8-on-8 or something like that.
Did you get recruited to be on a team, or?
Yeah, we got recruited. So Kamoy, I think I was on Team Kamoy.
Okay. He wants to be on tonight, but he's flaking out on us too.
Yeah, so everything that had happened, I guess I was chosen on this whatever, and then all of a sudden I was on Team Kamoy, and yeah,
that's cool.
Somehow it ended up there.
That's actually pretty neat. So, man, dude, I know you got the trials tomorrow. What time are you starting in the morning?
I actually don't know yet. We just got done weighing in too, so we are waiting for the brackets. I believe they come out around 10 p.m. tonight. So it's about a couple hours.
What if you want to go to sleep early, man?
Yeah, Jesus. Well, I'm gonna go get some food. Guys just got done with the trials, cornering all the guys. Man, I'm proud of those guys, and Team Sierra has came a long way, and so now we're here.
That's awesome. You're right there in the very things that are happening. Like, you are in the happening thing of jiu-jitsu, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm excited and very thankful to be here. All the hard work finally pays off at any time. Just got to keep going.
Yeah, I'm really happy for you, Samson. I'm gonna let you go so you can get some food and get some rest. But dude, Best of luck to you, man. I can't wait to see you out at PGF. I'll be sure watching tomorrow.
Sure.
You got the Inside BJJ guys rooting for you. How can our listeners find you, man?
They can find me on What's Up Samson. That's WUTSTUPSAMSON on my Instagram, or you can catch me at my company FaZe International, my beverage company, and check me out on there.
Right on. Thanks, brother. Have a good one, man.
Alrighty.
Good luck,
Thank
man.
you guys.
All right,
See ya.
peace.
All right.
Bye. He's like really gonna go get some food.
Yeah.
He's hungry. He's like, I'm hungry.
Man, he seems like such a positive
He's
guy.
a good
Like,
dude.
yeah,
Man, I can't even remember how long ago I met that dude. It was quite a while ago now, though.
Yeah.
I think it was when I went up to the Proving Grounds, the Carl Sims who was on recently. I think that's where I met Samson.
So he just jogged my memory, and you jogged my memory when you were talking about him coming down for Brandon's thing. So
Yeah, he was here.
talking about the 100-man thing as one of Brandon's battle royals.
Oh yeah, hey, Samson was here.
No, he was here.
that's
So
right.
I was
Jesus.
like, I recognize Samson.
Yeah,
Now, like, not only seeing his Instagram and then seeing a couple of his rolling videos, and then especially when I was trying to prep for the draft and who I wanted and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like I've rolled with that guy, or I know that guy, but there's
Yeah.
no way, right? And then he just jogged my memory about he was sitting out because he was about to compete. He didn't roll that night.
that's right.
I remember meeting him and asking him if he wanted to roll. He's like, I'd love to, but I got to compete. And I don't want to get hurt.
I think he was holding the camera. He was doing the camera.
He was helping with that on the battle royal, but he had just weighed himself in here
I see.
on our scale and was just chilling, stretching
Got it.
because he was competing the next day.
He was going to come through. He hit me up a while back, a few months ago, and he's like, oh, hey, this is Samson. Are you going to be at the gym around like 3 o'clock or some random time? And I'm like, nah,
no.
dog.
Yeah.
I'm actually not. And he's like, okay, next time then.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. I really hope he does well, dude.
Yeah.
Me too. He's on my team, and he's a good guy.
He's a good dude.
Dude, how does this draft work? It's like a...
Should have been here last week. All right,
Yeah.
moving on.
So it's an auction.
Don't tell him.
This is how it works. Obviously, somebody didn't listen to last week's episode. We do a mock draft.
Yeah.
If you're wondering how PGF works, listen to the goddamn show, Omar. No, this is how it works. Go to InsideBJJ.com and listen. Okay, Andrew, next topic. No,
Yeah.
Every coach gets 10,000 PGF bucks.
Yeah.
Brandon Bucks.
Crypto Sam Bankman-Fried created a stable coin called the PGF coin.
The PGF coin.
Yeah, then we made a bunch of other coins based on it that are backed up by that coin. You get 10,000 of those.
Yeah.
And basically the guys are ranked 1 through 20, and they start with, the first person, and you start bidding. And it's an auction.
Yeah.
We used our ranking, by the way. For anybody that's interested,
Right.
you do use
the
one of the
Inside
rankings.
BJJ ranking.
We used the Inside BJJ ranking.
Oh.
And so we just would...
That everybody was pissed off about.
Yes.
For no reason.
We used those.
For no reason.
Yeah, Jesus.
I did see that.
God damn. We talked about that on the grappling hour this week. Rolf brought it up.
I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
He kind of just gangstered me on it. I didn't know he was going to bring it up. And then he did his own rankings, just like ranking people on the podcast. And he ranked Jake number 9, who's the co-host of the show with us. And Jake's just sitting there like, what am I?
I'm right here, dude.
And then and number 10 was Diddy. And Jake's like, what? You got me just one step above Diddy? And Rob goes, would you like to be below Diddy?
No one wants to be below Diddy.
Nobody won.
So, so the way we did the auction is, I don't remember who started first. Let's say Andrew started first, and we just went in a circle. And I think Mike Perez from Stockton joined us.
Right.
And we bid. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of fun.
That's sick, man.
I kept
That's
the
sick.
list. I thought I did, of like who went for what.
It's on the 378.
Is it on the show notes?
Yes, 378 show notes.
So
we each ended up with 5 guys, and now we're all, for all intents and purposes, the coaches, and depending on how well the athletes do, we'll win.
Yeah. But
And we put out the call to say, like, whoever the number 4 guy is, the loser, I will figure something out.
Some
or
big shit.
something humiliating.
We'll try to do some loser shit.
Yeah.
I also told everybody, I'll remind everybody, please send me more emails. The ones I've got so far are funny. I won't read them yet, but the ones I've got so far are kind of funny.
Death threats?
No, not for me anyway. A lot for Tim, but not for me.
Nothing new.
Send those ideas of what the loser should do to 10p Nashville Andrew at Gmail.
Yeah. Let's talk about the budgeting for the coaches, because this is something interesting that came up. As it gets near the end and people get limited on money, you can force people to pick people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
Basically, if you're both bidding on an athlete,
yeah,
and you pass on the bid, then that person's stuck. If they're the last bid, because we went in an order, if you bid 500, because you have to bid, because you're the opening bid, you have to bid.
Yeah.
If I know you don't want that guy, I just go, no, I pass. I'm not going to bid on him. And now you're stuck with him. He's your guy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So
by
bidding order is huge.
It's but it changes each time a different person has to rotate. The luck of like when it lands on your turn to bid, basically where you're at with your budget and what guy you're on, that is kind of the thing you have to be able to read.
Yeah, so
figure out.
After I re-listened to our episode from last week, and I remember when we figured out the bidding order. So I went second. We did order of.
I think I went first. And
you did, and we went this way, and then Mike on fourth.
Right.
But as soon as I went second, I looked at every position on the list of who I would end up.
Oh, and you knew who you
having to bid on.
Yeah. Because there's a likelihood you'll, at least at the lower ones,
towards the end, I was
like, get stuck with one of those guys.
If I don't fill my team before this, so I had a time limit on me. I had a crunch. So I was like, I need to get to, for me, it was Samson because he was the lowest on the list that I wanted. And I was like, I need to get to Samson. This is plan A. I need to get to Samson before, so I can't let somebody else take him, and I can't get below him because I'm already going to be out of money, and I need to make sure that I don't get defaulted anybody.
Yeah. So here's how we can do the fantasy thing. We can basically just assume the points that our guys get in their matches.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that'll be our team win.
I see.
If a majority of your guys win their matches, like out of your 5 guys, the first round, if a majority of your guys win, then your team won. I guess we all could win, though, under that guy's, like, potentially.
But I don't know how that would work. But, I mean, I know whoever farms the most points, because we're actually going by the same
We can go by points, yeah.
Yeah, it would be points, because you could play fantasy football, and even if the team you like the most that you have some representation of doesn't win,
right,
you could still win the league.
I think that's how you got to do it.
Yeah, it's by points.
So let's talk about the teams. Here's the teams. Let's start with Mike, because he's not here.
And he's the worst.
Mike
Just kidding, buddy. I love you.
Mike had $1,950 left over in his budget that he didn't spend. We all had leftover money, which was interesting. So Mike had Andy Varela, Kevin Beering.
He spent a lot for Varela, by the way.
He spent $3,800. Ben Eddy, Davis Asari, and Cam Hurd. I think Mike has a strong team.
I don't think that's a bad team.
No, I think we made him feel bad about his team.
Because he wasn't here to attack us.
Yes, he was virtual, and we just pounced him. And we even got him to rank his team low.
But then he did the thing was like, I'll lead from the back. I'm a leader.
Hector.
Which I
You got to gaslight him into thinking.
Hector was like I felt like Hector had the most specific idea about what he wanted to do.
I think it seemed that way. Yeah.
So he had PJ Barch, Mike John Combs, AJ Agazarm, David Evers.
I had Kieran Kachuk, Quan Gracie, Daniel Sattler, Jamie Carnall, and Samson Phommabout.
And I'll tell you the winning team, what they had. They have Elijah Carlton, number 1, baby, PGF Inside BJJ Rankings, Hanato Canuto, Max Hansen, Nathan Haddad, Jet Thompson.
I wanted Hanato and Mike John so goddamn bad.
I wanted Hanato because I thought maybe you guys would pass on him. And I just thought maybe you guys.
You're out of your mind.
Because I think he is like going to do really well.
I think so too. I think if your name starts with R and it's pronounced with a huh, you're going to do pretty well.
I think he might win it, even though I think he has a chance to win for sure. He does. He's fucking good, dude.
He's very good.
He's good, and he will submit the fuck out of dudes. He's not afraid. He's innovative. He goes for subs. Like, he has the right style for this.
As long as Diddy doesn't win, I'm good.
Diddy, yeah. So those are the teams.
Always wins.
By the way, Omar, another couple of rules that apply to us is that Tim has double the amount of money at any given point. He's also able to force trades.
Those are house rules.
He likes
house rules.
Yeah.
And he's also, I just thought of this over the week as I was re-listening.
Yeah.
He failed to mention that it's kind of already known at this point, but he's going to be there, so he could actually talk to the athletes and be like, hey, I really need you to lose this one.
I can make trades live on the spot.
Because the dickhead with holes in his ears back home might beat me.
Yeah.
So.
And I will, just to let you know, I will do that.
I figured you would.
Yeah.
Well, why
not?
wouldn't you?
Why would you not?
I'm going to try to get in a match somehow. Interject myself, or run onto the thing.
If I'm able to come with you at any point next couple PGFs,
Phrasing.
then I'm going to.
That's not going to happen.
Incite some shit.
Hold on, Brandon said no. Sorry, dude.
Oh, okay.
Only if you agree to streak across the mat, like halfway through the event. Just
I don't need to. There's nothing. I don't even need to sign documents to promise that I'll
you
do
have
that.
to ask.
He said, I'll do it.
I would
free.
prefer to lose some more weight before I do that, so because I'm going to be on TV and then be excommunicado from the PGF. But
Excommunicado.
That would
Brandon's
be
gonna be
body
like,
shaming. Can't have that these days.
well, you know as well as I do, the jiu-jitsu community doesn't really play that shit. So
No, they don't.
they don't give a shit.
No. Speaking of the jiu-jitsu community, let's bang on that Reddit message board, man. It's been a minute since we've done that.
It's been a minute. Luckily, I have them prepped.
Let's bang on that segment music. Ooh, I like that. That puts me in a mood to talk shit right
Does
there.
it?
Oh yeah. It's like, ooh.
That's like a hook.
Do you
for,
need to be put in the mood to
That's my
talk shit?
Yeah, a little
That's
bit.
a hook for a thug song.
To really talk shit, I do.
Dang, I've only been seeing the lightweight stuff.
Oh yeah.
I am experiencing a little bit of lag, so
Yeah.
bear with me.
This guy.
This guy.
Shut the fuck up.
You got a lag in the pants, dude.
The lag in these nuts.
Oh, brother.
That's what he just said.
I know. I had already had it
I am
halfway
redundant.
out. Shut up.
He doesn't miss anything.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Where's the fucking
Oh man,
share
for the guy that
screen
had the Reddit segment all queued up, he's slow on the trigger.
So that's the lag, and this is the StreamYard. I like this software, but it's...
what it is.
I'm not the type of person to say...
That's racist.
That's racist. I didn't realize that. I'm sorry.
Well, are you ready?
I'm sharing the screen. I'm waiting for the goddamn lag.
I'm not a racist.
I'm not a racist. Well... All right.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
You might enjoy this. So I have no problem fundamentally with what is necessarily being said, but as we talk about quite a bit, it's the fact that you're jumping on here to write it.
Okay. Am I being promoted because I am the only girl? Oh shit. I started training. I'm not even going to use a fake voice for this one. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
I started training BJJ in January and am obsessed. You and everybody else that started in January.
Yeah.
I trained. Here it is. We're going to get the whole backstory. It fucking has to happen.
Yeah.
First goddamn paragraph.
This is like when you're trying to find
Fucking
a recipe
shit.
for couscous and it gives you like
Look at
the
this
whole
shit. I can
fucking-
already see it.
Grandmother.
Yeah.
I can already see it. I just scanned 3 sentences down and I see it. Fuck it, I'm using the voice. I'm the only girl who trains in my gym. My coaches and teammates like me. I have made a big effort to claim myself, claim my place, and assert my dominance. Your teammates don't like you. Being the only girl and all, I'm just skeptical if I'm any good. I am small. Here comes the bio. 5 foot tall and 55 kilograms. Fighting against people 15 to 30 kilograms heavier than me on average, I know I'm not using the strength, and the coach has been very careful with it. Pair me up with. They put me. I think I'm struggling. Listen,
I feel like the ad at the end of a drug commercial. Have you experienced?
listen. Look. I'm not going to talk shit to this person. Okay, it's hard. It is hard to be the only girl with a group of dudes that are training.
Sure.
That's hard.
Yeah.
I've known very, very few girls who could successfully do that and not quit. It's hard to do. It's hard to be the only girl that trains with a group of dudes. Okay,
Absolutely.
so good on you. Stop going to Reddit. Knock it off. Just stop.
So to wrap this up, basically, she's got her second stripe in 2 months from starting.
Oh, shit.
So this was 15 days ago. This was posted because I had this prep just in case we had some flakes last week.
Wait
So she's got her. The thing I'm okay. So
we're getting
these
trolled.
people heavier. They also put me in a truck. The thing I'm struggling with is that I got my second stripe last night. It feels rather quick from when I started.
She started in January.
Correct. January to March, 15 days ago.
Oh, shit.
So second stripe. I think the rule of thumb,
she's at Gracie Baja. That makes sense.
Is
then.
she?
Yeah.
Oh.
Next thread. Let's go to the next one. Go on. Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of this one. Let's go to the next one, man. I'm just kidding.
Funny.
I am just kidding. I'm just fucking
I
around.
love the three of us are like, oh, that makes sense.
Listen.
she's literally paid the dues.
Don't listen to anything I'm saying. I'm a fucking idiot.
Oh, that's funny. The feeling I got from it is a sort of sensation of want to say the comments to be like, no, maybe you're just that good.
Yeah. It's hot in here. Is the AC going?
I don't think either of us turned it on.
Fuck, I'm burning up. Okay.
Next one coming at you.
Okay.
I love the title.
Oh, shit. I will use a fake voice for this. Actually. Midget. Oh, I get it. Midget wrestling. This is one of the big complaints about jiu-jitsu, guys. And listen, before you get all wadded up over my comments out there, I talk shit about myself all the time. Mm-hmm. So get over it. All right. Starting from knees when not you, but the people out in the world.
I was already getting pissed.
Yeah, I know. Starting from knees when rolling. Period. Okay. That's not a sentence. There shouldn't be a period there.
That's what we call a fragment in the English business.
We don't know what the fuck that is, but that's not right. Obviously, you don't have Grammarly installed. My journey began last December, and this process always leaves me dumbfounded. I love the drilling and learning techniques, but every class ends with rolling from knees. Duh. I'm so lost and don't know what I'm doing. Is this common? I feel like I'm being too easy or I go too hard. It's just not clicked. Albeit I only get to one class a week and two the next due to work. Classes are usually an hour and a half. Okay.
I would like to point out, though, so that first sentence is terrible grammar.
Yeah.
Everything else, except for the fact that albeit is one word and he not free, perfect grammar otherwise.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, it's perfect.
There's some extra. I mean, look, there's some unnecessary commas. You could put them in there before the conjunctions.
Those are Oxford commas.
You don't have to have them. No.
Those are correct, proper English commas.
Proper. I used the proper comma.
Yeah, I'm not a Philistine.
Okay, so here's the trick about wrestling. This is a real thing. This is what happens. Okay, these dudes train all these techniques, but they don't train how to get there from their knees, but they start all the matches from their knees. Mm-hmm. And what happens is there's a bunch of motherfuckers that have been doing it for a long time, and they develop a bunch of techniques from their knees that they use against you. And you never get the upper hand when you start that way because they're doing shit on you that they're not showing in class. They're doing shit that they've learned rolling on their knees every night. They've ecologically learned how to do a bunch of techniques from their knees. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
That's what happens. I remember having like a similar feeling of like, we're starting on our knees and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I would just sit down.
Right.
And that was the advice that I got a long time ago was, this is stupid. Starting from your knees is stupid. One of you should just sit down. Like
I personally think it's great for people who have never done something like this before and are practicing the jiu-jitsu and don't want to fuck up their shoulders like I did last week.
Well, one person can just sit down then.
Correct. But I'm saying having two people. So again, like the best two-stripe white belt that there's ever been that ever existed in the last post, this guy started in December, he said.
Yeah.
And it's March.
Yeah. How many stripes does this guy have?
Probably 7. Judging by this math.
The midget wrestler?
I don't know. This sounds like a pretty common thing for him to be at this point in his thing, right? Like, I don't know, what is he, 4 or 5 months into it? Like,
December to March is 3 months. Well, I'll give you 4 if he started December 1st.
Yeah.
You know?
And I mean, I don't know. What did he say? He goes one class 1 week, 2
That's not
classes
a lot.
next week.
This is like
nothing.
me. This guy was basically me. That's what I was doing. I was going one class a week.
Yeah.
Sometimes twice.
Yeah.
Trying to train with a bunch of dudes that were purple belts in 2005.
Right.
So they were way past me, starting from our knees, no fucking clue what's going on, and just getting mollywop.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, I mean, I think you get so much hurt so much easier if you don't know what's going on when you start standing on your feet.
I do agree with that. Unless you're a kid, then you should start on your feet.
I think so.
Because kids are more versatile. They can take
I don't think kids
I
are
know,
so
man.
posted
Like,
on
I've seen
Reddit.
these kids get taken down, and it doesn't even look like
It doesn't even
hurts.
bother
Their
them.
bones don't really exist. They're theoretical.
I've seen the most horrific looking things in kids class where I thought, this is it for sure.
And they just bounce.
This is going to be the one.
Yeah.
And they just get right back up.
Thanks for class, coach.
I had a kid run full speed across the mat, like 90 feet, full fucking
I was about to say
speed,
90 miles an hour.
jumped up into the air, Superman to where he was parallel to the ground, hands by his side, and rammed his head into the matted wall
That's awesome.
and almost knocked himself out. His dad was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, this is what your kid does.
So it's actually
When you're not here, he does this kind of stuff.
it's a very advanced technique.
Yeah. This is what he does every time he comes and you're not here.
We call it the gump.
Yeah. It's like, dude. Yeah.
He's just spearing dudes out here.
Oh, speared himself, dude.
That's technically not a strike, right?
Yeah. What do we got next?
We have this one.
But yeah, midget wrestling. This fucking guy, you'll be all right, dude. Just
Yeah,
keep
you'll be
going,
all right.
Keep going to class.
Learn jujitsu and then you can stand up.
Trying takedowns on smaller, lighter training partners.
What's the problem here?
So I'm a pretty big guy.
There we go.
The problem.
6'2".
Here's the bio. 6'2", 225, in pretty good shape. That's driving me nuts. I'm new to BJJ. And
Blue eyes. I like long walks on the beach.
it's like, dude.
This is me, by the way, except I'm
This
about 50
is the
pounds heavier.
jiu-jitsu equivalent to, like, you know, what was it, like sex, age, race, or whatever.
Oh, age, sex, location.
Yeah, ASL.
ASL.
Right. Yes, that's what this is.
This is your jiu-jitsu ASL.
This is what it is, dude.
Yeah.
This is what it is. Okay. I'm new to BJJ, so I'm still struggling with takedowns and throws. I was in a no-gi class last night and was partnered with a guy about my height, but he's a bigger dude. Oh, and parens, like nobody will hear this. He's really quite fat. Damn. And we were working on drop seonagi. That's one of my favorite
You, or
throws,
is
by
it
the
me?
way. Yeah. Wait a minute.
You or was
who
it
wrote
me?
this? I just couldn't get it right, even though I had exactly in mind what I needed to do. And I realized I was really hesitant to try and go for it, as I knew it was going to be near impossible to get him over. That's not true.
That's
so it
not
was
true.
more of a mental than physical block that was stopping me. I've also found this with other guys in the gym where if I know they're really strong, I find myself hesitant to go for takedowns. I kind of think this seems like a bit of a cowardly thing to do. Here's your problem.
I agree.
This is the problem. You're going for takedowns. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Takedowns, there's no such thing as going for takedowns. That's a false idea in your brain, and you'll fuck up every time, right? What you need to learn how to do is grapple from the standing position. Just view it like guard passing.
Yeah.
Just go like, I need to grapple from standing position. And whatever that means to you, that's what it means to you. That might mean you're dragging people to the ground. You're forcing people to put their hands on the ground. You're slowly like breaking them down to a hand, to a knee, to a hip, to a shoulder. Instead of this like, I got to get a takedown. Well, yeah. Because now you're like strong. Now you're like preying on a victim. Who's the victim that I'm going to take down? Not him. He's too big. Not him. He's too fat. Oh, there's the 130-pound lady. I'll get her.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck.
Oh, God.
That's how that shit works. And then she's on here making a thread. You know, I'm 29. I weigh 119 pounds. I was in my second week of jiu-jitsu, and I don't know if I should talk to the instructor, but this big guy took me down. I'm blah, blah, blah.
Put me through the fucking floor.
Go ahead. Sorry, you're going to say something.
No, I fully agree. I'm 6'1" or 6'2", can't remember, and I'm 255. And I have dropped Sayod people plenty bigger than me.
It's actually easier to do against people that are a little bigger than you.
I think so, because you get their momentum even a little bit moving, and they're done.
Yeah,
they're
you get right up under
But
them.
I think it's so, I don't necessarily think of it in the way that you spelled it out, but it's like, I'm not going to go try to do this takedown. I'm not going to do the exact setup parameter that coach showed me in class a couple weeks ago. I'm going to throw this in to see if it works, and I'm going to fine tune it from there.
This is where I would be like, me and Carl would be having a thing right now. About ecological.
Carl's having a fit listening to this somewhere. He just pulled his car off the side of the road.
The podcast isn't
He's
even on.
fucking pissed.
You can't drill takedowns.
He hit the steering wheel so hard the airbag on the passenger side came out.
But it's so true. I mean, we talk about it all the time. Like, you can't just like blast a double on somebody. It's so rare.
I mean, you can, but it's fucking hard.
It's gonna get stopped.
Yeah, have fun with that guillotine.
80% of the time, like
we don't. One of the big factors, and I want you to finish that thought because you guys are killing it, is that we don't wear shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
All the wrestling shit we watch and we learn from wrestling, they got goddamn shoes on.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
dude, do you know how much fucking torque I could put on a Uchimata if I was wearing shoes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, holy dog shit. I'd be hitting people with the earth.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing, right? Like, it's this whole... Like, you got to set it up. Like, it's just like in jiu-jitsu. You don't just go for a kimura. You can't just like land in a kimura on the side. Yeah. Like, sometimes you can throw a flying kimura and it might work.
Like once a year, the jiu-jitsu gods give you a gift. But they're like, you get one flying kimura.
It's referred to as a free trial class kid.
Yeah, right.
It's so rare. Like, there's a whole system and a whole process that you have to do, like, before you even get there. It's the same thing on your feet.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just don't. I mean, that took me so long to realize that. And, Carl he has a great way of like explaining things like, like your arms are like your legs in jiu-jitsu. Like when you're on your back, like, you got to get past the guard, and it's kind of the same thing to get to the back or like get a body lock or whatever it is that you're trying to do. And it's just,
the positions are super similar.
Yeah. They're not that, just the principles are there, the same one.
Yes. It's just, when you go from the horizontal to the vertical plane, the distribution of like, how are you weighted? It just changes. It's just, that's all it is. You know what I mean?
Is
corny as it sounds.
What way is gravity going?
Yeah.
Which isn't even correct, but sort of.
Kind of.
What I love is I kind of think this seems a bit of a cowardly thing to do in a way, but has anyone ever had this issue where they are struggling with finishing a takedown they just learned? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You're going to have a bit of an issue, especially if you don't have the balls to just be like, and this isn't a character judgment, I don't know this guy, but if you don't have the balls to just throw it, like, just try it.
And I would say
if you fuck it up, he's going to land on your back, and you don't do it that way anymore.
If it was like a takedown that you just drilled, like, I don't know, a dozen times, maybe 2 dozen times, even if it was 2 dozen
that's
times.
enough.
Like, that's enough to just hit a takedown. Like, you're not, I mean, again, I would say if you did an ecological approach, you'd be
50, 60, the day you learn it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
easy.
Right.
Imagine just like, you're just trying to, I don't know, keep trying to blast a double on this dude, like, over and over and over again.
Yeah. And would it benefit me to try more takedowns and throws, etc., on smaller or lighter opponents?
Yes, it would.
I don't even care if it benefits you. If someone's smaller than you, throw them.
Yeah, it's your duty to wreck people that are smaller than you.
That's what they need. You're a good big training partner if you actually throw these people.
What's next?
Put them through the fucking floor.
By the way, I just the last part of this is I don't mean to be a bully and go find the smallest guy in the gym, but maybe someone not as physically imposing as
that means that he's done it. That means that he's done it.
Correct.
And now he's just trying to not feel guilty about it.
Exactly. He's looking for validation of throwing. It's like me and Sam rolling together.
How big is this guy again?
He said 6'2", 225, in pretty good shape.
And he's afraid of all these big guys in his gym.
I know. He's got to be one of the bigger dudes.
He's got body dysmorphia.
That he described as quite fat, by the way. He described the dude he's having issues drop sale.
Who's the fattest guy you ever rolled with?
I've rolled with a dude who is, I would guess, about 420 or 430.
Oh, that is big boy.
Yeah, big boy.
I've rolled with
definitely
a few big boys.
A couple 300s, a couple. Dude, fucking Trey is not fat, but Trey from Decatur, the dude that's like 7'12" and 350 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, he's fucking huge.
That's country fed.
Yeah,
that's what that is, dude. Trey is a big boy, dude.
He's a big boy.
And and he's so good at just playing his back.
I had nothing for that man. Absolutely nothing. I wasted that man's time. That's all I did.
Should at least like read him stock updates.
Yeah, something.
Give him some news.
I should have asked him about if he likes Hemingway or something, because there's nothing else I was going to do to him.
Yeah.
What we got any more?
Let me see. There's one more. Oh, and I forgot about this one. The title is Slippery Steve.
Ooh,
I'm pretty excited about this.
Probably.
That's
probably
what I
going
was
to make me
Is
mad.
that the guess? Sweats.
Let's see.
I know a Slippery Steve, except his name is Tim.
I thought you were going to say Andrew.
The toughest guy to roll with in our gym. Okay. At our gym, there's this guy we affectionately refer to as Slippery Steve. This is what I love about jiu-jitsu. Now, this is the kind of thread I like.
This is my kind of thread.
These are the real unspoken heroes of jiu-jitsu. Every gym's got a guy that's got a nickname who's like, he's like Norm from Cheers, right? He's just at the bar. Everybody knows him. Right. Everybody loves him. Everyone's happy when he's there. That's Slippery Steve. Steve isn't your average gym goer. He's an oil worker by trade, and it seems like his job has rubbed off on every aspect of his life, including his Brazilian jiu-jitsu practice.
So you thought it was sweat.
Oh, shit. When Steve shows up for training, you can spot him from a mile away, covered head to toe in a sheen of oil. He practically glides across the mat like a human slip and slide. It's not just a light coating either. Steve's practically drenched in the stuff, making him nearly impossible to hold him. He's greasing before
He's
class.
greased up. He's oiled up, baby.
Rolling with Slippery Steve is an experience like any other. It's like trying to grapple with the ghost. No matter how tight you hold, Steve slips through your fingers with ease, leaving you grappling with thin air. It's frustrating yet oddly fascinating, leaving me dumbfounded and covered in oil. It's like trying to catch a fish with your bare hands. Impossible. There's a method to Steve's madness. Beneath the oily exterior lies a skilled grappler who's mastered the art of evasion like no one else. He may leave you feeling frustrated, blah, blah, blah. Steve is unconventional. He's a reminder, da-da-da. Steve, may your opponent's grips be slippery and your escapes be swift. That's cool.
Man, I'll say fuck
a love
that dude.
letter to a...
Fuck Slippery
Is he
Steve.
really oiling up, though? Because, like, I don't oil up. I just sweat a lot. Like, and I tell dudes, look, dude.
Well, he's an oil worker, so he's bringing it home with him.
Nehemiah's an oil worker, but he's not all slicked out.
Nehemiah works in the oil business. I don't necessarily know how much he's around the product.
Fuck that noise.
He's out there working, dude. He's in the field.
On a computer.
He's not on a computer.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. Why would he be traveling then?
Because they have computers out there.
Nah, dude.
He's out there. I don't know what he does.
He's rigging, dog.
But, man, this fucking guy, like, dude, you're not taking a fucking shower before coming in off the fucking rig?
So here's the thing. I used to work in a mechanic shop, and no matter what, I was covered at least somewhat. There was brake dust somewhere. There was that black shit that never gets out of your hands. Like, I'll Gojoing the hell up. I'm very clean.
I'll do you one
Cannot
better.
get that out of you.
Fuck.
One of my jiu-jitsu coaches, who was one of the guys on this show, Ernest.
Shut the fuck up, Ernest.
That was a soundbite on Ernest, okay? Ernest was, and he was a big dude. I don't know how much he weighed, but he was good size.
Yeah.
Like good size, and he was fast, and he could roll and flip and do all kinds of wild shit that was scary as fuck. Like literally scared the fuck out of you because he was so acrobatic for his size.
Right.
And he would baby oil up or it was cocoa butter. This motherfucker smelled like Mrs. Fields. I swear to God, dude, he would be cocoa buttered up when you would roll with him. And we wore gis almost all the time.
Yeah.
But even the grips you tried to grab a hand or on the back
slip
of his,
right out.
couldn't get anything ever. Slipped out of everything. And he was like, his shape was round enough that if you mounted, your knees couldn't touch the ground.
Yeah.
On both sides at the same time.
I remember that.
But
I made a lot of progress.
Ernest was tough, dude. He went like 45 minutes with DJ Jackson.
Thank you,
brown belt.
Yeah. Fuck.
45 minutes with DJ. And he went a long ass time with Keenan Cornelius.
Do you think this like greasing up thing
crazy.
is like I want to get every advantage I can get? type of
That's
thing?
like fucking nuts, dude. That's crazy. That is neurotic. If you're greasing up before class, like majorly with the intention of nobody's going to be able to get me and I have a whole style I developed, that's like, okay, what's next? You're going to come with a katana? Hey, this is my style I developed.
Can I do that?
I get to, well, that's what I'm saying. You get
I've
to
got
grease.
two.
Can I bring smelling salt and put it in your face during the match? Can I yell in your ear as loud as I can?
You do that to me.
Can I like fucking smell like a bum for 7 days and then come in and train and put
That's
my cross in your
disgusting.
face?
Fuck that.
Well, why
Absolutely
not?
not.
It's my style of martial
Well,
arts.
I mean, that one you could
Hey,
at least.
I'm Stinky Steve.
No, you
What's
can at
the
least,
big deal?
You can at least justify like a staph infection or something. Like you're gonna get somebody sick. But
You're gonna
like
get somebody hurt slipping on the mats like that?
Not if you can't be caught.
Big dog.
Not if you can't.
Slippery Steve.
This goes out to you, Slippery Steve.
This
I
one's
don't
for
know,
you,
man. I don't know. I mean, fuck, that'd be rough, dude. I don't know if I could just roll with somebody that's been off.
I
the
felt
rig.
like before that I've cheated because I put Vaseline on my eyebrows. I get like psoriasis or eczema,
Wow,
whatever the fuck
this guy put
on my eyebrows.
fucking scumbag.
What?
I didn't want to open up
You
on the mats.
fucking scumbag.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've already felt bad about it. I opened with
me.
Wait, tell us. Hold on.
That was it.
Oh, you ruined it. That's what you got to tell it right here. This is where you go. Sometimes I put Vaseline on my eyebrows.
And that's one to grow on.
That's how it works.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's too old for you. I bet you don't even know what that is, huh? One to grow on?
When I first heard that music, I thought it was the beginning of like that. The More You Know.
It is. It's similar to that.
Okay, so
it was
I
called
don't-
One to Grow On.
I don't know that specific reference.
Same thing. And it would be Saturday morning cartoons. That particular actor, I think that's Kirk Cameron.
Oh.
Back when he was like famous from, what show was he on? Growing Pains? One of those shows.
Must have been.
So, one of those shows. Then he turned into like Super Christian. Left Behind changed my life. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I'm an idiot. Don't listen
Bit of a
to
tangent.
me. Sorry, Kurt. But yeah, it'd be like on Saturday morning that would come on.
He definitely listens, by the way.
He's a big Inside
Avid
PJJ fan,
Inside
dude.
PJJ fan.
You'd be surprised how many Hollywood insiders listen to this show, dude. What
We
do
were
you
just talking about dudes oiled up wrestling. He's like, I'm in.
dude? Speaking of oiled up dudes,
I have another link.
oh shit, okay.
It's oiled up dudes.
Oh, let's wrap that. That was dope. Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah,
Those were good
absolutely.
ones. Let's talk about someone else that you guys might have seen in the news. I think here's some appropriate music for that guy.
Gosh.
So apparently
Apparently, they ain't rumors.
there's a guy named Diddy who's been doing some diddling.
He has a couple names, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Combs.
I feel like I heard about this a decade ago. Like, I feel like there's been rumors for a long time. Mm-hmm. Right.
I mean, that was like the whole rumor behind
Before.
like the Tupac and
Yeah.
Biggie thing.
Right.
Was
Yeah,
that like,
something
Diddy
like
had him killed.
Diddy
Yeah.
and Suge had something to do with it
Yeah.
to some degree.
because they wouldn't let him butt fuck him.
Yeah.
Crazy. So
Or something.
Allegedly.
something.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Look, I ain't trying to
Allegedly.
get killed by Diddy. So
I
I'll
don't
just
mind
say that
dying.
right
I just
now.
don't want to get sued.
Yeah.
You kill me, you're doing me a favor. I don't give a shit. But if you put me through financial strife, I don't have anything in my bank account.
Lawfare. Yeah, I feel like this lawsuit, these details came out a couple years ago, maybe, and now they're just hitting the court. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just in the form of internet rumors. But this guy, Little Rodney Jones, was a gospel music producer who was well known, grew up in church, knew how to play like 17 instruments, was very, very gifted musician. And Sean Combs was going to do an album with gospel music, or he wanted that sound. I don't know. I'm not I don't fucking listen to Sean Combs, but
They cross paths for some reason.
yeah. And so he had him come out to LA to be a producer. Mm-hmm. And then he basically said, like, you know, you're going to live in my place. You're going to hang out with me. And, you know, oh, by the way, you know, I'm crazy. And supposedly he like assaulted him a bunch of times, was always trying to grope him, always trying to get him naked, always walking around naked in front of him. He says Diddy's got cameras in every room in his house. Allegedly. All kinds of crazy shit. And I don't know is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. It sounds heinous and crazy. But
I've heard it compared to, or at least for example, Epstein was the Epstein for the economic, business, and academic world.
yeah.
And then Diddy would be allegedly the Epstein of Hollywood entertainment, that kind of stuff.
But like, okay, let's take it at face value and say that that is true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why the fuck are you still in that fucking house?
Yeah.
How badly do you want to be? You want to be that famous that you're going to let Diddy just walk around your house
Okay.
naked?
I don't think it's just him.
How far are you going? How far is this? How many things can Diddy do
Well,
between you before you go like,
He
I
only
need
has
to get out of this house?
He only has to get you on video once.
so
Sure.
Right.
No, but I'm saying like, how long do you stay in that house in order to become famous?
Well, I'm saying that doesn't matter because if you do it one time, it's on video, and it's like you're gonna keep.
so they're
doing
saying
what
he
I-
was blackmailing people.
Like you're gonna.
No, I get that.
You're gonna
But,
keep
like-
doing what I'm telling you to do because I'll release the first video.
But then doesn't it, if you do that, then isn't it a known thing that you're recording people in your house and now it's up? Now everyone knows what's up?
I don't know. There's some plausible deniability with it, I would assume.
I mean, I think the thing is Jones wanted to get paid. I think that was the thing.
Well, it's all fame, right? I mean, they're trying to do it for fame.
I think he was relatively known a little bit already. He had a level of fame. He wasn't crazy rapper famous, but he was a little well known in the music world, at least. And supposedly he was a devout Christian. I don't know though, man. A lot of shit. He's saying that Diddy and his son shot somebody in the studio, and he was on the other side of the wall, 2 feet away, and heard it.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah,
gunshots are pretty loud.
Pretty loud. That who knows if this happened or not. I have a hard time believing it because when you get rich and you have a lot of money, you generally don't have to do those things yourself.
It's a good point.
So it's very hard for me to believe that he shot somebody in his music studio in the bathroom. I would also
argue that when you have that amount of money and you're not just the amount of money, but you have the public image you have the perceived societal respect or cultural respect that you do. Snoop Dogg's killed somebody.
Has he?
Yeah.
How do we know that?
It's for sure. I don't have what I need to cite it right
allegedly,
now.
Allegedly.
Sure. But
allegedly.
But he's so cool. Everybody loves him.
Yeah.
He's untouchable. What are you going to do? He makes great music. It's kind of how it is. I think you get to that point and you kind of do whatever you want. I'm just arguing the counterpoint.
Yeah. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
Mob bosses have somebody else do that, but I mean, if you're that crazy, that rich for that long, and you're who you are, it's I could do whatever I want.
So I could see guys getting to a certain level of money and fame, and people saying yes, that they just kind of do what they want
because there's no perceived threat of danger from it. There's no repercussion at that point.
They go unchecked without consequences for so long that they don't believe there will be consequences, and that becomes their standard operating procedure.
And by the way, I would add, even if there is are consequences, what is the quickest way to get rid of that? Money.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's crazy. You got to grease him, and he's a billionaire.
Is he a billionaire?
I don't know. I'm guessing he's got a lot of money.
Let's look up his net worth.
I don't know if Google will be right on it, but
Sean Combs.
And if it's updated, it might be a little less than it was a week ago.
Net worth. $1 billion.
Hey, I was right.
$1 billion.
God, it fucking sucks being right this much.
Yeah, I bet.
It's crazy.
It sounds so crazy because there's so many other rich, famous people that people have come out and filed lawsuits and said,
like Epstein?
He raped me with an alien. I mean,
well, when did all this happen?
Harvey Weinstein?
How long ago was all this?
Did he? The rumors, or when did it happen?
When did it happen?
Homeland raided his house 2 days ago.
Yeah, Homeland Security raided his house, but I mean, these incidences happened over time.
Right. So this gospel music guy.
Oh yeah, when was that?
I'll find out.
So I know I read today or yesterday that
because is there a statute of limitations on any of this stuff?
I know typically for sexual assault. I don't think
typically not, but against a woman, I don't know about a dude.
I don't know.
This is where Diddy fucked up. Okay.
Where did he fuck up, Tim?
Where specifically out of all this?
He fucked up because he settled with his girlfriend that recently he had this girl. Listen, who was this girl's name? Her name was, I'm going to find it right here.
So you go to trial and you leave your life in the hands of 12.
Look, but listen, what I'm saying is he settled with this girl who made these claims, and maybe he did it, and so that's why he settled. And then immediately the lawsuit comes out, and then everybody goes, what the fuck? He just settled with her. That looks guilty as fuck.
Yeah.
Undisclosed amount of money. And now this dude's coming out saying he did all these things.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look good for him
either.
This dude says that Cuba Gooding Jr. felt him up on a yacht.
Yeah.
Was grabbing him and stuff.
I think there's
pictures of it.
I think there's a lot more of that than people are willing to entertain.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Cuba Gooding Jr. comes up to you, grabs your nut, you're not going to fucking punch him in the face?
I would be so
I
fucking.
don't think if you're trying to make it.
I can't tell you how disappointed I would be if Cuba Gooding Jr. came on to me. I'd be like, dude,
You can do better.
fuck, dude. You? Like, come on, man.
Radio? Come on,
Come
man.
on, dude. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of crazy that this is going down, and now like the internet has so many conspiracy theorists. They pulling everybody into it. Everyone's involved. In this,
Correct theorists?
everything is involved in this giant rap
I mean, but
conspiracy.
you've seen it before. I mean, Kevin Spacey was the same stuff.
Harvey Weinstein.
Okay, here's what's weird about
Jeffrey
Spacey.
Epstein.
A bunch of the dudes that Spacey was involved with are dead now.
Well, yeah.
All of a sudden, right after they accused him.
All of the accusers are gone.
Yeah.
And you remember the weird video he made on YouTube where he was like, "You know who I am." He did it in the
It's like
character of House
pretending
of
Frank
Cards.
Underwood, yeah.
And he basically was like, "I have dirt on all you." And
After
this and
he
that.
was fired from the show already.
Yeah. What the fuck does that mean?
He's out of his mind, allegedly.
That's what I'm
that's my
saying,
opinion.
man.
He's out of
Like,
his mind.
Hollywood's full of things.
Crazy people.
Like this. I
I
mean,
like how,
there's also been the rumors about Will Smith, like
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. Like, I don't know, Hollywood and
I
the
think this-
entertainment industry.
I think this is
gay
pertinent.
AF.
Since 2019 and the big thing that happened, one of my favorite quotes has been, "What is the difference between conspiracy theory and fact?" 6 months. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can reconvene 6 months from now and
Yeah,
probably
I know.
figure out.
You're right.
Oh,
That's
shit.
about
Oh, yeah.
true.
It's all of them.
I mean, it's something that's happened since time immemorial. Like the Greeks used to do it too. Like
Yeah.
this, and then you hear it like Bohemian Grove back in the day. Like
Mm-hmm.
they were doing stuff like that. Like obviously, like Hollywood.
Well, they
the
say that, like,
casting couch is basically that.
They say like Skull and Bones does that. They would get you to
Yeah.
like reveal something really sensitive or compromising about yourself.
Well, that's what it was.
and they would
Like
blackmail you.
ancient Greeks did it. You know, they like.
That was embedded into the whole culture of
Yeah.
Greece.
Yeah,
at that
I'm
point.
blackmailing you guys with this podcast, by the way.
That's
I have
fine.
it all on tape,
Yeah.
and everyone gets to hear it.
Right.
All 79 people that listen.
Oh, I could go for, if you've got time, I can go hours on this.
I don't have
This
time,
is the
thank God.
Inside Andrew's Fucked Up Head podcast.
Yeah, we don't need to be inside of that.
No, you don't.
Guys, I'm
inside
sorry.
of that.
I don't think Kimoy Anderson's going to call in, man. He just flaked on me, dude. Him and Varela got it coming, dude.
And Glover.
No, Glover's all right. I don't have beef with Glover.
I thought you were just talking about people who had something come up.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I knew Glover wasn't going to come on.
He's funny as shit. Yeah, hopefully we can come away next week.
Yeah, next week we'll see.
what we're doing.
I'm gonna have to. I want to get Varela on. I think
be
Varela
great.
will come on after
Yeah.
trials. Yeah, he's just fully Michael Jordan Den, dude. He's like,
In the zone.
don't fucking call me. If you text me, I'm not getting back to you. Trials are coming. Like, don't bother me.
Yeah.
Stay out of my fucking face unless you got something really like.
I think you got to be like that.
Yeah, he has plenty. He has the only time he
Yeah.
has is getting on an Instagram post saying, "This is the most stupid, ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I got trials. Don't fucking text me." Just kidding, Andy. Love you.
Yeah, yeah. More or less, you are correct, sir.
He's so funny, dude.
So anyway, dude, before we wrap up, there's a big night of fights tomorrow, and the UFC is on. And I just wanted to throw this out there: Erin Blanchfield is a inside BJJ veteran. Came on episode 268, and she is the main event tomorrow night for the
Congrats.
UFC. Man, I'm stoked for her.
Rooting for you.
She's real tough, dude. She's super tough. I think she's undefeated still. Let me see.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, I think she's undefeated. She trains out in the East Coast with this dude they call Silver Fox. I can't remember his first name.
That's a bitchin' nickname.
Yeah, he's a fucking cool dude too. Yeah, but I'm stoked for her, man. She's a hard worker. She's tough as nails. She's 9-2. I'm sorry, she's 12-1. Wow, she's 12-1. Yeah, man, she's doing fantastic, dude, and she's got great fucking jiu-jitsu. She's got that like East Coast Renzo Gracie style jiu-jitsu, man.
Nice.
Really
Sweet.
good, dude. So I'm hoping she puts it on. She's fighting Fiorot, Fiorot. I don't know how to. She's from France. Francois Fiorot.
Fura, I think.
Blanchfield versus Fiorot.
I don't think the T would be pronounced, but I don't know.
It'll be Joe Martinez tomorrow. It'll be, are you ready? Erin Blanchfield against Halalalala. I don't know.
Ferret.
Ferret.
Hurrah! He
it's
always does the
Hurrah.
growl. He always goes, hurrah! Now, are you ready? Are you ready? So that'll be cool. Man, thank you guys. I wish that Kamoy would have joined, but we'll get him next time. Yeah, I think that's all I got, man. Come see me out in Nashville if you're out this way. Anything, guys?
When are you heading out to Vegas for?
April 20th, I think.
And just real quick, because I don't think we mentioned that. So April 20th, and then each day, what are the times for the?
I don't know yet.
And then, okay,
I think they're going to be in the afternoons.
Yeah. Okay. And they're going to be like 3-4 hours a day for that week.
I think so.
It's going to be
There's going to be a pre-show,
stacked week.
There'll be an hour pre-show, and then there's going to be a post-show also. So he's trying to just pitch on that content. Yeah,
really cool.
I'm stoked. I'm interested to learn the schedule because I'm going to be out there for the week. So if I can collect some interviews and maybe podcasts from out there, or just do some work or something, man.
If I show up in Vegas, you think that they'll let me sleep on the couch?
I already tried that nonsense. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me.
I got dibs on showing up.
It'd be really funny if you got him a ticket and I was just like, what the fuck? That'd be very funny for the bit.
Omar rolls in with me.
I'd be upset.
We tell people he's Andrew. He has a press pass.
I'm going to get a fake mustache and be Omar.
Andrew Marhaini on it. That'd be great.
Funny.
Yeah, man, that's all I got, dude. You guys got anything?
No, sir.
No.
All right, man. I think that's it. Thank you for listening. Yeah, let's wrap it, man.
All righty. Let's see. Where's my thingy? Hey, guys, thank you for listening. Please follow us on iTunes, Spotify. Check us out on YouTube. We'd appreciate a rate and review, like everybody else that fucking says that. Instagram is going to be at InsideBJJ. That's Tim directly, representing the show and all the gyms. And check that out at cultist.apparel for my clothing. Everything I'm getting in profit is going directly to our Guardian project. And at everydayjujitsu_. That's another little clothing brand we got. Please donate to Guardian Gym at 10pnashville.com/Guardian. It's a great program, helps kids in need. Check out 10P Nashville and 10P Stockton if you're in the area, and download the Inside BJJ app. Thanks, guys.